Howdy y'all. Today I'm going to do a comparison between the Benchmade Mini Bug Out and the Spyderco Para 3. Both of them are smaller versions of their flagship models to each brand. So this Mini Bug Out here was originally the Alpine Glow, I believe, and I got it for around $120. Then I put titanium scales and these blue titanium thumb studs on here, so it will not come like this. This build cost me around $220 after mods, and I kind of just prefer it like this. So we're going to talk about the stock Benchmade Bug Out. It originally comes with Grivery scales, which can be kind of flexible and do not feel as sturdy and just kind of give a cheaper feel, whereas for the same price or close to the same price, depending on where you purchase them, you can get the G10 models. This was a Knife Joy exclusive, so this is around the same price as a normal Benchmade Bug Out, which is around $160. This is no longer available though. I got this through a trade with one of my buddies. This is in 20 CV, and like I said, it has the G10 handles. And this is in S30V, I believe. Yes. And it has a stone-washed blade. So this one, you are getting a better steel, in my opinion. Steels are really just preference, but I prefer 20 CV to S30V, and I'm sure a lot of people do. I also prefer the lanyard holes on here. The stock Benchmade lanyard hole was still fairly small, but this has a nice lanyard hole to where you can get any size cord through there pretty easily. I do prefer the blade shape on the Spyderco to the Benchmade, but again, that is preference. Same with the lock. This is easier to use, in my opinion, as to this. It's also a lot more reliable. This is not going to break as easily as this Omega spring in here. These break fairly easy, or I've heard stories that they have. I've personally not had it break before, but I've heard of them breaking quite often. They might have updated the material or something like that, but that's just something to keep in mind. The Benchmade Bug Out does have the better pocket clip, in my opinion, just because it is deep carry. This is not. This will still get the job done, but it is just not as good looking and leaves a decent amount of the knife sticking out of your pocket compared to the Bug Out. Sorry. I also prefer the deployment method, prefer the hole over the thumb studs. And overall, my pick would be the Spyderco, but it's honestly up to you for whatever you think would be the best EDC knife for you. They are relatively similar sizes. Like I said, they are smaller versions of the company's flagship models. This is the smaller version of the Bug Out, obviously, and this is the smaller version of the Paramilitary 2, sorry. Overall, really great. This has way better jimping too. It has a nice jimping on the blade that gives you the ability to choke up on it easily, whereas the Bug Out does not, and the only jimping on it is right here. So that's not ideal, because if you're wearing gloves or something, it's not going to give you as good of a grip. Overall, like I said, Spyderco is my pick, but it's honestly up to y'all. for whatever fits your needs and your personal preference. Leave in the comments what you think you prefer, and y'all have a good one. Be safe. See y'all.